Dela writes, my MVVs, welcome. The Ooni of Ife's palace is alleged, reported to have seen wonders as Oletik, became very upset. Like she yelled and asked Ooni of Ife to divorce her if Ooni is still standing by what he said, that she will not stay inside the palace. She has been repeating this over and over again, that she did not marry Ooni of Ife to live outside the palace. She married Kabiyesi because she wants a husband, and she married Kabiyesi because she wants to stay with her husband. She has never ever imagined that she will get married and she will be living away from her husband. That is not even possible. That if Kabiyesi is insisting on that Kabiyesi should go ahead and divorce her. They said she was yelling, she was crying. Yesterday we heard that Kabiyesi ordered guard to move her things to the Olori quarters, and even though they moved her things to the Olori quarters, they say that small Maggie cube confinement where she landed with the children, she is still there, because she is saying that they can move the body, they cannot move the soul. What that means is that she is not leaving the palace of the Ooni of Ife. She's not going to stay anywhere. Toby, who is seen as somebody who has a lot of understanding, who is very meek, has come out to show the Ooni of Ife that, look, it's not business as usual. I'm not just going to sit here and take everything that you dish out to me. And she is yelling and screaming and, lamenting and crying, making so much fuss in the palace, as we are hearing, as she is insisting that if Kabiyesi does not want her to stay in the palace, Kabiyesi should divorce her, so she will know that Kabiyesi has divorced her. Now, if this information is true, we are all aware that it's barely a week Toby got into the palace. That is, Oletik got into the palace with her kids. She had this warm reception, this warm welcome. People gathered in their numbers to welcome them. And the Ooni of Ife was there. They performed the rituals like they would always do to welcome the children into the palace. It was a beautiful event, even though the entire event, it was looking as though Toby was very tired, like she had not slept, and, very unhappy and all of that. People saw that from Oletik's eyes and all of that. But they say one reason why she was like that was because when she came into the palace, she was expecting that they would usher her into a well-prepared apartment inside the palace. But unfortunately, they welcomed her into that small room, that Maggie Cube room. And when she probed why they did that, they say because she will be moving into the into the Olori's quarters. And when that information got to her, she did not like it at all. They said that happens to be the reason why Oletik was the way she was. You all saw her countenance. It was not bright at all and all of that. But Kabiyesi is insisting, as we are hearing, that Oletik will have to move into the Olori's quarters. The reason is that, all other Oloris are already staying in the Olori's quarters. You and I know what it took this man to get them to move from the palace into the Olori's quarters. It was a tug of war. They kept planting things. They kept doing a whole lot of things in the palace to ensure that this did not happen. It was something else. It was not easy. But right now that Kabiyesi succeeded in getting them into the Olori's quarters, Oletik has come now and she's insisting she's not going. And what that means for Kabiyesi is that if Oletik does not go to the Olori's quarters, others are likely not to go to the Olori's quarters, because they are saying, they have insisted that if Oletik does not go, they are all going to move back into the palace. And the truth remains that these women were all married by the Ooni of Ife the same day. They paid their dowry and all of that. What reason would Kabiyesi have to keep Oletik in the palace and keep them outside? Is it the children that is going to make that difference? Kabiyesi does not want to play like that. Kabiyesi wants fairness and all of that. But again, a lot of people are saying, if he wants fairness, how about Olori Naomi? And I say to people, don't ask that kind of question. Olori Olori Naomi is the wife to the Ooni of Ife. This man loves Olori Naomi from the very beginning. Ooni of Ife himself has already stated that, look, even these women, he told them one after the other about Olori Naomi, and he also told them that he's not divorcing his wife. And Naomi was going to come back in the palace. Even when Olori Naomi was out there saying that she will not come back, she does not want to be a pink, a square peg trying to fit into a round hole. Kabiyesi still had faith that Naomi will return back to his arms, and now he has struggled, he has fought so hard to bring this woman back to him. And now, if Oletik stays inside the palace, what that means is that other Oloris will return back into the palace and the problem will start all over again. And now Naomi will be very, very uncomfortable. May I remind you that the reason why Naomi even agreed to stay in the royal manor is because those Oloris are not in the palace. The moment those Oloris come into the palace of the Ooni of Ife, I tell you the truth, Naomi is just going to leave, and Naomi will not want to have anything to do with that palace. Neither will Naomi want to have anything to do with the Ooni of Ife. I want to believe that Naomi has adjusted a great deal. You know, we all have our expectations in life. We all have the things that we want to see happen in our life. But sometimes life will so dive you blows that will make you begin to adjust. And Olori Naomi has adjusted a great deal. And I think that Ooni of Ife appreciate that adjustment. And Ooni of Ife knows that, yes, so indeed, Olori Naomi has adjusted a great deal. And that is why he's doing everything that is within his power to ensure that they don't get her angry again. Now, Oletik is reported to have yelled and lamented, made a whole lot of fuss that she has kids. She wants the kids to be under the Ooni of Ife tutelage as well. That the fight that she is putting up, she's putting up for her children. That she's not going to keep quiet and allow them kick her out of the palace. She is a legitimate wife of Kabiyesi and she has the right to stay in the palace. If Kabiyesi does not want her to stay inside the palace, Kabiyesi should give her a divorce. And you do know the kind of scandal this is going to bring. This is the one thing Kabiyesi is trying to guide against. Remember that the Ooni of Ife has been called the king that cannot keep a wife, and that really affected him so much. And so if this happens now, it will be stated that yes, so he is indeed a king that cannot keep a wife, and the new wife he went and he brought 6 wives, and they have started divorcing him one after the other. And that happens to be the one thing that Kabiyesi does not want right now. And when Olori Tobi came up and she was very adamant and she said she's going to stay in the palace, if Kabiyesi does not want her to stay in the palace, Kabiyesi should go ahead and divorce her. At least this is what we are hearing. If the information is true, do not forget that these are all alleged news, rumor, and speculated information making the rounds on social media. These are no first-hand information, okay? And so as we are hearing, this is what we are hearing, that Oletik just scattered the whole place, that yes, so Kabiyesi should give her a divorce so she can go. I'm going to bring you more update. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you.